So here I am in a position that some of you may find familiar. I've got about 150 yards to go, but I've got a tree in my way. Now in this situation, if I hit a normal golf shot, the ball's going to hit up into that tree, hit a branch, and probably drop straight down onto the floor. So I need to make some changes to my technique. A lot of golfers in this situation will say that a tree's 90% air, but I think if you're being honest, that's wishful thinking. Ideally, we need to make some changes to our setup to keep the ball lower and avoid hitting these branches. And I'm going to show you now how we can do that. Okay, so the first thing I've done in this situation is change club. Normally, from 150 yards, that would be about an 8-iron for me. But in this situation, I'm going to use a 5-iron to help keep the ball low. But there are now some changes I need to make to my setup to help keep that ball even lower. The first of which is to move the ball back in my stance closer to my right foot. So as I do that, I just make sure that as I look down on that ball, it's closer to my right foot than it is to the centre of my stance. The second thing I do is move my hands further forward so they get ahead of the golf ball. This de-lofts the club and just makes sure that the ball doesn't pop up in the air and hit those branches. And finally, to try and guarantee the ball stays low, I put 60 to 70% of my weight on my left-hand side. And this combination of these three changes, the club, the hands and the weight position, are going to help keep the ball low. And now that I've made these changes, I'm ready to play the shot. So remember, trees need to be avoided. You can go under them, round them or over them, but don't try and go through them.